Hello friends, this video on Force and Laws of Motion Part 7 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Let us try to solve some problems. Here comes problem number 1. It says a truck starts from rest and rolls down a hill with a constant acceleration. Okay. It travels a distance of 400 meters in 20 seconds. So it says that the truck starts from rest. That means the initial velocity is 0. It travels a distance of 400 meters. That means the distance covered is 400 meters in 20 seconds. So time is 20 seconds. Find its acceleration. Find the force acting on it if its mass is 7 metric tons. So what is the mass? 7 metric tons. But we need the mass in SI unit, that is kg. So here it is given 1 metric ton is 1000 kg. So 7 metric tons would be 7000 kgs. So now here, in order to solve these problems related to motion, we will need the kinematic equations of motion on and off. So we will be making use of those three equations. So in order to find out the acceleration, we are given S, U and T. So which equation of motion will suit it the most? The second equation. Second equation says S is equal to ut plus half at squared. So from this we can say u is 0, so this will be 0 half a t squared, that is 20 into 20. So this implies acceleration is equal to 2 into s, that is 400, divided by 20 into 20. Right? So this will get cancelled, so it will be 2 meter per second square. So this would be the acceleration. Now we have to also find out, in the second part, we have to find out the force acting on the truck. So the force will be equal to, according to Newton's second law, force is equal to mass into acceleration. So mass is given as 7000 kgs and acceleration we found out as 2 meter per second square. So this will be 14,000 newtons. So this much force will be acting on the truck. Let's look at problem 2. It says a stone of 1 kg is thrown with a velocity of 20 meters per second across the frozen surface of a lake and comes to rest after traveling a distance of 50 meters. So what are the values that are given here? Mass of the stone is given. It was thrown with a velocity. That means the initial velocity was 20 meters per second and later it comes to rest. That means final velocity is 0. After traveling a distance of 50 meters. So S is equal to 50 meters. So what is the force of friction between the stone and the ice? Now when will your stone come to rest? Let us suppose this is the ice and this is your stone. So when you throw the stone, it falls here and it comes to rest. Why does it come to rest? Because of the force of friction. So when will it come to rest? When the force of friction becomes equal to the force which is acting on this stone. I mean, when you throw the stone with this much velocity, there will be a force associated with it. So when the force of friction becomes equal to the force acting on the stone, then the stone comes to rest. Correct? So force of friction, when the force of friction becomes equal to force acting on stone, then it comes to rest. Right? Now we can calculate the force which is acting on the stone with the help of these data. How can we calculate this force acting on the stone? From Newton's second law, force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is given here, acceleration we have to find out from these three values. So we can find that from this third equation of motion. So using the third kinematic equation, so we will make use of the third equation of motion, that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So from this we can say 0 is equal to 20 into 20 plus 2a into 50. So this implies that acceleration is equal to minus 4 meter per second square. What does this negative sign show? It shows that the body is retarding. That is, the velocity of the body is gradually decreasing. Right? So this is my acceleration. So now we will calculate the force acting on the body. So that force will be equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is 1 kg, acceleration is minus 4 meter per second square, that is minus 4 Newton. So what does the negative sign indicate? Negative sign shows that this force acts opposite to the direction of motion. Right? So that means this is a resistive force, the force which is trying to oppose its motion. So this much is the frictional force between the stone and the ice. Since this force is acting opposite to the direction of motion, that is why it is coming to stop. Let us now have a look at this problem. It says an automobile vehicle has a mass of 1500 kg. What must be the force between the vehicle and the road if the vehicle is to be stopped with a negative acceleration of 1.7 meter per second square? So we are given that the mass of the vehicle is 1500 kgs, right? And we want the vehicle to be stopped in some time. That means we want that the final velocity should be 0. It also says that it has a negative acceleration of 1.7 meter per second square. So we have to calculate the force. So here if you see, the force acting on any object is given by Newton's second law, that is product of mass and acceleration. So here mass is given as 1500 and acceleration is given as minus 1.7. So this is minus 2550 Newton. So even here the sign is negative, which shows that the direction is opposite to direction of vehicle motion. So the direction in which the vehicle is moving, let us suppose if this is the vehicle is moving in this direction, so this force will be acting in the opposite direction, and that is how the vehicle will actually come to stop. Let us look at problem 5. Using a horizontal force of 200 newtons, we intend to move a wooden cabinet across a floor at a constant velocity. Okay, there is a wooden cabinet. We want to move it on the floor by applying a force of 200 newtons, and we want to move it at a constant velocity. So whenever I say constant velocity, what does that mean? Velocity constant means acceleration is equal to 0. Why? Because acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity with time. So if velocity is constant, that means it is not changing with time. So acceleration would be 0. So what is the force of friction that will be exerted on the cabinet? Now this is your wooden let us suppose this is the wooden cabinet, and we want to move it across the floor, and for that we have applied a horizontal force of 200 Newton. So now we want that it should move at a constant velocity. So what is the force of friction that will be exerted on the cabinet? So the force of friction will be exerted along this direction. So now this will move with uniform velocity only when acceleration is 0. Now acceleration 0 implies that the net force acting on this cabinet should be equal to 0 according to Newton's second law, because Newton's second law states that force is equal to mass into acceleration. So if acceleration is 0, the net force acting on this object should be equal to 0. Now when will the net force equal to 0? When for this force there will be another equal and opposite force acting. Now from Newton's third law we know that equal and opposite forces exist. For every reaction there is an equal and opposite reaction. So this frictional force has to be equal in magnitude to this force. Therefore, the frictional force should be equal to minus 200 Newton. That means it has to be equal in value to the applied force, and at the same time it should be in the opposite direction. So in that case what will happen? The net force on this cabinet would be 0. As a result, the acceleration of this cabinet would be 0, because of which it can move with a constant velocity. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests,
get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.